women and reproductive health.
International policy.
Renewable energy and sustainable energy.
The economy.
Young voters are heading to the polls this year in what could be record numbers. While the issues that matter to them vary, one thing is certain. Millennial voters could determine the outcome of this presidential election. The Center for Information and Research on Civic Learning and Engagement, or CIRCLE, studies the impact the young vote has on national elections. Noria Hayat, a researcher at CIRCLE, notes that young voters will be especially important in this election cycle.
Young voters, particularly millennials, which are roughly between the ages of 18 to 34, are the largest voting bloc in American history.
There are over 49 million eligible voters in this election, accounting for roughly 1/3 of the electorate. But voting patterns differ based on race, gender, and level of education. Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson is a prime example of this trend. While 10% of all millennials plan to vote for the third-party candidate, the majority of his supporters are white males.
So not so much in African Americans and Latinos, white millennials really do support, around 1/5 of them support the Libertarian candidate.
Candidates from across the political spectrum have tried to secure the youth vote, but young voters have historically been reluctant to hand in their ballots. Only 45% of people between 18 and 35 voted in the 2012 presidential election, the lowest turnout of any age group. However, millennials are more likely to vote if they discuss elections with friends, family, and educators.
If young people know where, how, and when to vote, so if they're pre-registered to vote, if they know they've learned in school what the process looks like, they really tend to vote.
Young voters have the potential to impact the outcome of this election, but ultimately access to information about how to vote will determine if young people make it to the polls. Reporting for BUTV 10's The Vote 2016, I'm Caitlin Milliken.